good day, viewers, and here you are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And over at my son's place today, we're doing a bunch of switching of tires, taking the winter ones off and putting the summer ones on. They're all on wheels, so it's just a matter of switching them around, I guess. So anyway, there's the tractor that my son's been working on there a while ago. Resurrected the thing. It had no engine or any tin work on it, and it didn't have a deck, so we ended up having a deck here and a bunch of tin work and an engine and all that stuff. So this is it says a 7 on the side of it, but it is an MF8. MF8. See that in there, I think. And it is a hydro, which is fairly rare. And son has wanted one of these for years and years and years. So he finally found one for sale, and we had enough stuff that he got her fixed up and she runs. So not the prettiest looking thing in the world, but it runs pretty good. I've driven it around today a little bit. We use this trailer here to move tires back and forth, so all kinds of tires. So he's got, I don't know how many. Well, there's 3 over there, 2 over there, and then my own, and then his aunt, and then his cousins, and other people. All kinds of tires to switch around, so. Anyway, look at the exhaust that he made there. Right out the back here with the exhaust. Oh dear. He's hoping it was going to be quieter than it is, but not really as quiet as he wants, but it's not too bad. And then today, we're moving stuff around a bit here today. It looks like a nice sunny day, but it's cool and windy. Be able to hear the wind in the camera and the microphone, I guess. So the MF14 bulldozer tractor is coming home today, and I believe the kablooey is going to come back here tomorrow. So we're going to take it all apart here. Because kablooey's mowing deck is here, and we want to store the blower here, so I guess there's no sense of me doing it at home and lifting and dragging the stuff onto the trailer to get it to here. We might as well do it here. Yeah, this is a great old tractor, this fella here. She's a workhorse. Puts a lot of stuff with that tractor. So we're going to take the 1951 Ferguson for a drive here today. So we have, I'll go and show you the attachments that we have for this tractor, and some of them fit his Ford tractor also. So there's a rear blade, it's 7 foot wide. We use that to scrape the driveway some, and use it in the winter sometimes. So she's a 1951 TEA20 Ferguson tractor. So I'll go around to the back here and I'll show you the Ford that he has. This is a nice little tractor, and it will run the saw bench and the 6-foot mowing blade without any trouble at all, and that's what we used on the Ferguson tractor too. That's a nice little tractor. That's Dave from RCAF's Polar Express favorite tractor, one with a cab. Anyway, she's a neat little tractor. 3-cylinder diesel, 16 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, lock and rear diff, foot throttle, and she's got the weights on the front of her, Nice little tractor. And we use, it came with a snow blower, so we just took that off today actually. It came with that snow blower. We've done a couple of modifications to the gearing on the back there to make the little diesel tractor run it easier, and it works good. Works real good. Anyway, so that Ford tractor is a 1985, yeah, and it's not a Ford cab, but it was built by, I forget the name of it. There's a place that was in Quebec that used to make tractor cabs, and I can't remember what the name of it was, but there were a lot of them made for farm tractors, that style. All right, so we're going to get back to the Ferguson here in a minute, and we'll get it going on a little drive, I guess. Yeah, so the old Ferguson tractor, she's a 51, and we bought it, I guess, probably 11 or 12 years ago in New Brunswick, Canada. And we had to do some work to it, of course. They only paid, what was it we paid? $600, I think. We had to put wheels on it, the outer rear wheels, and we put new tires on the front and put an alternator on it, and a few other things. And over time I had to do the engine over. That's not the original engine, and maybe the other one wasn't either, but the other engine that was in it had a cracked block. So I got a different block, and pistons and sleeves and rod bearings and main bearings and head gasket and all that stuff went into the engine. Been a great old tractor. Pull, hook on to anything, and away she goes with it. So we'll see if we can get her going here. She should start up pretty good. Get the gas on. So this tractor is the one that I used to go to the plow match with. I can get you in to see the tag there. I saw one the other day on the internet that was a TEA20 tractor, and it was made in France, and it was a 1948. That's the first year that they made them. I never ever heard of that before. Alright, let's see if we can go. Second gear. up a bit here. So this house here was built by my grandfather in 1920. My sister-in-law moved into it 20 years ago. Farmland here, and the people that live up in the White House, that's where my son lives, but the original family on my mother's side, that's where they started from, I believe in 1840. So this was all farmland. There was no houses here. There was no road there, no house, and no bridge to get across the river. I often wondered how they come here in 1840. You just don't go to a store and pick up stuff to do with anything. Oh, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder how they did it. When I was a kid, all this field here was all garden. So there's a set of tandem discs for the garden tractors. And that's the plow there for this Ferguson tractor. See trees in there that are slanted. That's from Hurricane Fiona. Hard to see, but they're in there. There that I never got yet either. It's down and over. You can kind of see this apple tree is slanted over. It still grows and produces apples, but that's what Hurricane Fiona did there. And then behind it is where the big birch tree was that Fiona flew over. Stuff I didn't get yet. I just got the stuff from Hurricane Fiona that blew out onto the grass area. See there, one uprooted. All kinds of junk in the woods. That's the best one. Here we have our wood splitter. We used to run that with this Ferguson tractor here at one time. My Case 224 garden tractor now runs it. Here. There's our saw bench that we saw up wood with sometimes. Used it last year. It used to be run by the Ferguson tractor. It now gets run by the little Ford diesel over there. Surprised at how stuff grows in. This tree is getting over to where the lawnmower is. Used to be able to drive around here right easy. Now you gotta watch where you go. Anyway, there's another implement, a 6-foot rear finish mower. We used to cut the grass with this and had that hooked onto the Ferguson tractor. And the little Ford over there, it runs it also. Power I was going to fix up, but only got something so much power windows, air conditioned. 1988. There's 373,000 kilometers, and it has been running probably probably 14, 15 years. Taught the kids how to drive in that car. More junk. Snow blowers, tillers for the masses. Over here we got something a lot of people have never seen before. Snow thrower. Drag it along behind you. You can flip the handle there, blow it either to the right or to the left. Never used it much, it's just kind of a novelty thing to see one for sale. Holy cats, we're going to get that just for fun. It's only $200, so we had a bit of fun with it. We used it on the Ferguson tractor here. Anyway, we'll get her into third gear now. And she has a road gear at number 4. All kinds of junk in there and in the building. There's quite a few cruise ships come in. You can see the water down there, way down. There's probably upwards of 100 cruise ships come here through the season. They should be starting probably any time now, right from the end of April or middle of April to middle of October. Lane here was called the old lane, or some of them I think called it the back lane, and at that time it was just a shortcut to go one way as compared to going to the other. So instead of going down the main driveway, they would use this back lane. There's my wood pile for this coming winter. Let's start taking that home. I guess wants them in the back here ahead of the sun, so that's where they're going. All right, there we go. Great old tractor. And you always have to remember to shut the gas off. Old tractors like to leak gas for some reason. And oil. All right. So that's something a little different. A little tour around and go for a drive. And more wood there. Look at that. Yeah, so anyway, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, have a good day.